After finishing the 2.7 storyline, I stumbled upon this artwork made by a fan online. Wow, I'm genuinely filled with emotion. Who would have thought that in such a heartwarming picture, all three characters committed actions against their will due to the dark tide and ultimately met tragic ends. They are a gladiator who defended honor, a descendant of a hero of heroes who was fabricated, and a bishop of the Order of the Deep. All of them lived under immense lies and corruption, struggling desperately against the currents of fate. Mia regretted that she could never return to her normal life as a Septimon gladiator. Avidius regretted that he couldn't write his own true memories. FENRICO regretted that he was manipulated by the Threnodian into committing unforgivable mistakes. Yet, when fate tried to turn them into puppets, they chose to cut the strings that bound their lives, even at the cost of death. Mia, unwilling to be controlled by the Threnodian, chose to take her own life. But the Threnodian turned her body into a terrifying monster, trapping her will within the shell. It wasn't until the moment she was defeated by Lupa that her face showed a smile from the depths of her soul. FENRICO was the bishop of the Order of the Deep, bearing the mission of guarding Ragusa. He witnessed the horror of the dark tide and enacted high-pressure policies to prevent the tragedy from repeating, even enduring public scorn and doubt. Actually, he was already corrupted by the dark tide, and everything he did was nourishing the true evil. When he was awakened by the lantern of the past bishops, that moment was more painful than death itself, as the belief he had fought for his entire life turned out to be a manipulated tragedy. He was not only a victim, but an aggressor. In endless pain and remorse, he atoned by sealing himself along with the dark tide inside him. Avidius, as the descendant of the hero of heroes, had support from senior leadership and brilliant battle records. Just when players thought he was a political noble, it turned out he was genuinely righteous and humble. But his memories were fake, his life was fake. He was just a puppet casually fabricated by Cristoforo. The moment he learned the truth, the belief that supported his life's struggle collapsed. All his efforts and honors became a joke. He was a false person with no past or future. Yet he didn't complain or seek revenge. He gathered himself and began to pursue his new memories. Still, he couldn't escape the corruption of the dark tide, which even triggered the disaster in Ragusa. But at the very end, he did not back down, choosing instead to pierce his own chest. He jumped out of the book, out of the ending, choosing to embody his heroic path by sacrificing his life. I feel that the stories of these three characters convey the message Wu-Wah wants to give players. Even if fate seems unchangeable, and even if their wills are corrupted, true heroes choose to fight it to the very end. This process often unleashes the freedom and dignity that belong to noble souls, achieving a self-redemption that embraces death for rebirth.